Hello and welcome in to the Go STR live stream. I'm Sam Mastretta, your host for the next 15 spicy minutes in the Falaya Focus podcast studio. Today, I have a super special guest with me. This is Mr. Aaron Stowers with the Pocono STR convention. Aaron, how's it going, my
Hey,
friend?
it's going great. I am so happy to be here. We talked about doing this, and we're doing it. And I'm nervous but excited.
Yeah. Well, then that's how you know it's gonna be something good, right? That nervous
Yeah,
excitement, you know.
yeah.
Well, guys, yeah. So this is a special kind of episode here. What we're doing, we typically have, STR and Airbnb hosts from around the world, but today we have Aaron Stowers coming to us live from the Poconos. We're going to talk about this great event coming up. It's in the Poconos in a couple of weeks here, and I just want to learn and I want you guys to learn and hear about kind of how this event came to be, where the idea came from, how it's evolved, and what we're going to expect here towards the end of the month. So Aaron is the man with the plan. He's the mastermind behind all this stuff. So who better else to bring on and rap with, right? So Aaron, tell me a little bit about yourself and then how the idea of the the Pocono STR convention and home show came about, right?
Well, first, let me thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam, for having me. It is a pleasure to be on your podcast. And so to be able to speak to your audience and tell them a little bit about what we're doing, for me is a great pleasure. So a little bit about myself and the Pocono STR Con. We are here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. We are about 2 hours west of New York, about 2 hours north of Philadelphia. And we run a property management business here in the Poconos. Um, and so what we decided was there are all these great conferences going on, STR WealthCon, there's a bunch of them that were happening, but there wasn't really one happening here in the Northeast. So we had this great idea. I was like, oh, do you think we can get all these great speakers that are at these other conferences? You think we can get them to come to Pennsylvania? And you know what? I got with my business partner, and gave me the thumbs up. She was on board, and we said, let's go for it. And so yeah, that's what we did. We decided to put on the largest first STR conference here in the Northeast Pennsylvania area. This happened. We're looking forward to it.
That's awesome. So I love that. Typical to your entrepreneurial endeavors, because I know you have a lot more than you got a lot going on, man. Guys, Aaron is a very busy man here. He does some great things. We're gonna have him back on to talk a little bit about the other stuff he does too on the side. But so this came to be
You're too
your
nice.
what's that?
You're too nice.
No, it's true. But so okay. So when did this initially? When was the first one?
Well, this is what we did. I missed STR WealthCon this past
Okay.
year, the last one, and I missed another conference. And so when we missed that, that's when we first got the seedling, the idea to try it. And we did about 6, 7 months ago. We were involved with like a pilot version. We tried it here in the area, and we had over 300 people. And we said, you know what, this is proof of concept. They want this, they need this. People in the area, because here's the thing, Sam. You have a lot of people that start STRs. You know this. Your audience knows this.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are just lost. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to go, what to invest in. And so what we found is that a lot of people that were just getting started, maybe they weren't the seasoned host with 5 houses and 10 houses or 20 doors. They wanted to go to those conferences, but they just couldn't get over to them. So we decided to put this one on, and it just kind of grew from there.
I love that. So it sounds like the goal And the purpose of this conference is to maybe educate,
Yeah,
kind of showcase.
that is 100% it. Um, so, like I said, a lot just don't have the education needed.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't have the time. Maybe they don't have the money, or maybe they don't have. Maybe they're just not motivated, Sam, to
Mhm.
just go for it. Sometimes we need motivation in life. We're motivated for Sunday night football, but we may not be motivated, to sit down for a podcast or get education in the field of STRs that we need. So, yeah, the whole idea is to learn best practices, to network with other people. You don't know how many people like yourself that you meet when you're at things like this that can teach you something different about your industry, teach you something different about what you're doing, kind of make you better at it. So that was the concept, to just kind of get people at a conference that was originally one day. It kind of grew into a second day, and you know what? Just soak it all in. Just take in all that's there. And so we didn't want to just bring in people from like local people, local real estate agents, and local mortgage lenders, but let's take the giants of the industry. Let's see if we can get Bill over here. Let's see if we can get Kenny Bedwell. Take all the data. So you're gonna. I'm making a long answer out of this, but you're
No,
gonna kind of get everything hopefully out of it.
exactly. So packing the value in, both local team members and companies that can help locally, but then also regionally and ultimately nationally, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, here locally in the Poconos, we're dealing with something that everybody's dealing with throughout the nation. Bookings sometimes go down, and especially we're about to hit the slow season. So, we're going to deal at the conference with some issues that are local to us, regulations, things like that. But you know what? We're not going to just dwell on the advocacy and the negative. We're going to try and uh, give people the motivation, the encouragement, and the inspiration. You know what? Keep going. Trust the process. Trust the process. A good friend of mine, that's what he would always say. Get a process and trust in it. So we're going to try and give them that process and motivate them over those 2 days to, like, just put a fire under them, and you can do it.
Absolutely. So, so you said the initial kind of pilot event was one day, it grew into two. Can you kind of give us the structure of that first one, and then maybe compare that and contrast it to what we're going to expect and see here in a few weeks?
So we were ambitious, Sam. The structure of that first one, yeah,
Love it.
the structure of the first one is similar to this one. Um, it was a large conference hall we rented. We brought in national speakers, um, a lot of local people. But what we decided to do on this one is to make it even bigger. How can we get even more people about it? So our marketing is different. The way we're advertising it is different. We brought in even more speakers. We're bringing in even more networking opportunities. So we have got scheduled networking opportunities. So when you come, that break is not just for you to get coffee and use the bathroom. That break is for you to meet people, learn something. So this one it's similar, but we kind of gave it like 10 Red Bulls of adrenaline to make it even better. That was the idea. Yeah.
I love it. And for me, whenever I go to these events, like to your point, Aaron, like the networking is the best part. I mean, that's the juice, right? Because I mean, you just you get to meet people that are in the same business as you and as us, and we all know, like, I know my parents don't even understand what I do, right? And like not many of our friends even know or understand what we do. So whenever you get those like-minded individuals and groups together and learning from each other and just in being in that energy, it's just so motivating. And it's that's really the live events. I love them, especially like this, and the networking for me is the most valuable thing. Yes, learning something that you may not have heard before in the exhibitors, or seeing something that you weren't aware of. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The networking is the best.
Yeah, nothing against the virtual summits. I love them. I was just in one. Nothing against the virtual summits, but there is, we just went through COVID, Sam. So we were all locked down for, a couple of years. We couldn't get out. So the virtual summits are good, but when you can actually stand in front of somebody, shake their hand, I'm a hugger. So I probably will hug you, Sam, when
I'll
I
be
see you.
prepared. Okay, thanks for giving
Be
me.
prepared. It's coming. So nothing against the virtual summits, but the in-person conferences are different. And you're going to hear me use a term there a lot, and I'm going to say a fraternity a lot. And that's what we are. And that's kind of what you were just now saying. I could walk down Main Street right now and ask 10 people what an STR is, and probably 2 would know what I'm talking about. So we're a unique fraternity. I mean, people use us, they come to us, they go on the platform, and they use our houses, they rent them, but they don't really know what an STR is. They don't know what it takes to start one. They don't know what it takes to have one continually. And these terms are out there like passive income. I really don't know. I don't know anybody that considers an STR hosting one passive income. If anybody knows how to make STR hosting a passive income, tell me, because I'm stressed out. So here's the thing: is that the virtuals are great, but the conferences are even better, in my opinion. So there's 3 things that we want to achieve with the conference, and this is any conference you go to. It doesn't matter what field it is. You should, after the conference, feel like you got educated. You learned something, right? You come there. I didn't know that before. I learned something that I never knew, and I'm going to try and implement that into my business, right? So that's number 1. The second thing I think you get from the actual conferences that you don't get from the virtual ones is the networking. The people you're going to meet you could have 100 virtual summits, and you're just to be able to stand in front of Sam, Gil, and Bill, and Kenny, and all these people. You may not know their names, but you get to meet them in person. Priceless. And here's the third thing and to me, this is maybe more important or just as important as the first 2 combined. You should, at the end of this, walk away energized. So we have, Sam, if you haven't noticed yet, I have a big mouth. I like to talk. So myself, I do motivational speaking. I have another good friend of mine. He owns the Blue Ridge Winery. His name is Randy Dietrich. He's an Olympian downhill skier, and he opened several wineries in the area.
Is that the deal with the wine bottles in the back? Does that have something to do with it? Love it.
But he is a ball of energy. And so what him and I are both going to try and do is just kind of motivate you to say, you know what, I can do this. So those are the 3 things. You're going to get education, number 1. Secondly, you're going to network, which is priceless. And the third, you got to walk away saying, you know what, I've got the chutzpah to go. And so that's kind of what the hope is with this conference.
I love it, Aaron. I love it. And I think that's why it's being talked about in so many different circles, and why the attendance I think it's already surpassed what it was last year from our conversations. And we're still a few weeks away, right? When is that?
Yeah, we're going to surpass it. Last year, I think it was 300 was our max, and we kind of went over that a little bit. So we said, we got to go bigger. So we're having it at Kalahari Convention Centers here in Poconos. They have them all around. There's maybe 4 of them in the nation, but we're having it at Kalahari. The conference hall, we just took the whole thing. First, it started off with a small room, and then it just kept growing. So we just have the entire conference hall. It'll hold over 500. And so you're going to be sitting in a room with 500 people that have the same love, passion, stress that you have. And we're all going to talk about how we can make it better. How can we can't get out. We love it. This is our fraternity, right? We already said that. So we're going to make it better, and we're going to all talk it through.
I love it. I love it, man. And I'm so excited about it again. What are the dates?
August 23rd and August 24th. So the 24th is our main conference day. On the 24th, which is a Saturday, the conference is going to start early. All of our attendees are going to start coming at 7 a.m. But at 8 a.m., Brenda and I are going to take the stage and we're going to get it all started. Um, uh, at the end of the conference on Saturday, at about 7 o'clock, we're doing a VIP networking event. All of our speakers, most of our speakers, are going to be there. Catered food, live jazz band. Just another opportunity, even after it's over, to kind of just take in more, do more networking. But even before Saturday happens, what we decided, kind of at the end, is to add these workshops. So if you come on Friday, from about 3 o'clock to about 6:30. We're hosting free workshops. So we've got wonderful companies. One I'm the most proud of and looking forward to. But we have IBC Global. They're going to be doing training on, well, how do you get the money for this STR? What other avenues can you use to invest? My credit score is a 610. Is this something I can do? What avenues? So IBC Global is going to be doing a free workshop there. And then we have this great company. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called Go STR Marketing.
I've heard of those guys.
You heard of them? Yeah, some good-looking Louisiana guy. He's going to be doing a workshop on marketing your STR. Because guess what? You have them there. Somebody took a chance on you. They came to your Airbnb page. They booked your room. They loved it. But now they're going to come back to your area next year, but you want them to come back to your house. So Go STR Marketing, your company will be there. You're going to demo, you're going to tell people how you can keep your clients. Mm-hmm. Crafted Stays will be there. Hostfully is going to do a demo. They're going to talk about their software and how you can take PMS, which I'm not going to just use our terms, property management software. So maybe you're watching this and you don't know what PMS is, or you're going to hear a lot of terms, ADR and ROI and SEO and PMS. So if you don't know these terms, you're going to learn them at the conference. So Hostfully will be there, and they're going to be demoing their property management software. So these workshops are free, Sam. So if you come on Friday, from about 3 o'clock right up until where we have our VIP networking dinner with our title sponsor and our keynote speaker, Bill Faith, you'll be able to come to these free workshops.
Outstanding. And then Saturday we have the different speakers in the home show, right?
Yeah. So Saturday is the home show, which I didn't mention the home show. So the conference is going to be in one whole section. And then what we wanted to do is we wanted to be able to highlight all of these great vendors, local ones and national ones. So it's basically a traditional home show. We're calling it our marketplace. So you'll be able to go into the home show. There are about 4 scheduled breaks. There's a lunch noon break from 12 to 1, about an hour long. And so all the attendees will be treated to a catered lunch. But there are specific 30-minute breaks within the conference for you to be able to go into this marketplace. And we're going to say, support these vendors. So we have about 60 booths of vendors that were specifically chosen. We didn't just let anybody come and get a booth. Everybody that we chose and we have that has a booth is somebody that can help your business. So what we wanted to have is these scheduled breaks where it's a 30-minute break here, a 1-hour break here, a 30-minute break here. And then right at the end, when the conference is over at 5, from 5 to 7, we're going to say, you know what? Go back in there. Whoever you didn't see, whatever table you didn't get to, go back in there because everybody is there for your benefit. So yeah, the home show is another huge aspect of the show for us. We love that part.
Absolutely, man. Well, Aaron, we're getting at about the end of our time here. So where can people interested in checking out either day go for more information or to buy tickets?
Sure. Good question. So you can go to Poconos, STRandHomeConference.com, or if you don't like to type a lot like me, you can just go to pshconference.com, and then you can register for the conference. You can see all the speakers. You can see our schedule. If you're not local to the area and you're coming in, you can book a room at the at Kalahari through the website. But everything happens at the website, pshconference.com, and then that'll just take you to an Eventbrite link to buy tickets.
Outstanding. Well, man, I'm pumped up about it. I heard about this months ago. I heard raving reviews from, your proof of concept. I know folks in the industry, friends in the industry that actually went. They said, hey, I think they're going to maybe have another one. I'm down here in little old Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and now I'm going to be going up there and, giving a workshop on how to, help STR operators market their properties again so they can increase their revenue. So, again, there's going to be so much value, and I'm just one of the 60 different, exhibitors that are going to be there. So, guys, go to, again, Aaron, what's that website?
pshconference.com or Poconos STR and homeconference.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Aaron. We're going to have that in the show notes as well. It's going to be an awesome event. Aaron, thanks so much for your time here, man.
Thank you, man. Just so you know, it's my first podcast.
I don't believe it.
This will forever be the very first podcast I ever did. I did it with Sam. It was a lot of fun. I was nervous, but I think I'm better now. So thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. It was
absolutely fun. Absolutely. Well, we need to get the word out about this great conference that you guys are putting on. So stay tuned. We'll be more in touch over the next few weeks. Thanks for joining us here at the Go STR Marketing Livestream. See you guys. Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.